here to show you this stunning silver bullet. This is of course our 2012 Ferrari FF, featured in Grigio FF, a color exclusively offered for the FF. Gonna start off here on the front. Some very minor little bubbles and pits. Nice little bit of bird poo. Headlights are in great shape. Down here on the bumper, do have a little cosmetic flaw from age. We're on the side here, have our beautiful original wheels, along with these enormous, I believe, 8-piston calipers on carbon ceramics on all four corners. We have a little bit of clear coat failure here on the wheels. This is a very common issue across the FF, the 458, and the F12. Have our iconic Scuderia shield. These body lines are very mixed with the crowd. Some people love them, some people hate them. I think it's brilliant. You can fit 4 people and still have luggage space and go across the country. This car is currently sitting on Novitec lowering springs, so this does have the correct ride height as shown in the press release photos for the FF. Later on for production, they ended up increasing the ride height due to EU regulations, due to ground clearance. Coming around the back here, of course we have this iconic Stormtrooper look. Our rear diffuser and fog lights, and our Klein exhaust system. All glass is original and intact. There is some tinting on the side and the rear window. You can see there is this little spot of fading there. Of course, in front here you have a 6.3 liter F-140 V12 with, I believe, above 600 horsepower, going to all 4 wheels using the 4RM system. Let's head on to the interior. This car is finished in, I believe, Tuscany leather. It's this beautiful caramel shade of brown. Suits the natural color of the leather quite well. Got our embroidered prancing horses. Got here driver bolster. These bolsters are the ones that have the most amount of wear on them. Of course, this car has about 31,000 miles, so there's no exception. Do have ventilated and heated seats, double adjustable lumbar control, and of course memory settings. The typical drilled Ferrari aluminum pedals. And as of recent, we had a lot of this interior apart for the sticky buttons. So I'm just gonna go over a few of them. So of course our VDA switch has been redone. Our parking switch, including the surrounding. I'm gonna step on the interior here, go wide angle. On the steering wheel, we've had our damper button, high beams, turn signal buttons, our wipers, and our Manatino replaced. The steering wheel is in excellent shape for the mileage. There's a little bit of shine, as to be expected, but no major wear or tear. Heading on to the center, all of our vents all the way across do function as intended. This is an aftermarket CarPlay radio, although it does have a nice wallpaper with the Ferrari prancing horse on it, so it does fit the car. The HVAC was also redone along with all of the faces At the moment, the air conditioning needs to be recharged. Our drivetrain buttons have also been replaced. Of course, you have launch control, your reverse, and your auto mode. As this is a DCT, you can use your paddles for the most part. Our window switches were also replaced. These tend to get sticky as well, along with the actual surrounding panel in its entirety. Down here we have our center console storage. Quite a bit of space in here, which is nice. Of course, you can keep all your documents where needed. And right back here we have our 12-volt socket. Over here we have our beautiful full leather headliner with a nice little wave pattern. It's fully intact, there's no sagging whatsoever. Our sun visors with a mirror right here. And on the driver's side, because you're supposed to be driving, no mirror. But there's this little sleeve here to put your, pen, documents, cards, license. Our center mirror, along with its dimming, is functioning as intended. Of course, we have our lighting up here. Actually, let's take a look at the gauge cluster here. I'm going to go ahead and start it, and we'll get a good look at that gauge setup. At the moment, the only light that is consistent on the dash is the TPMS. This is because we did switch back to the original wheels. Of course, we have our little tachometer. Parking brake is currently on, so that light is on. If I go ahead and take it off, the little switch, there we go. You do have controls on the back of the steering wheel as well as your VDA cluster if you'd like to kind of go through all the little features. As you can see right now, we're sitting at 31,500 miles. Of course, my seatbelt isn't on, so that light is on. Let's take a look at the back. Because one of the defining features of this car, as you may know, is that this is a proper four-seater. They're virtually identical to the front seats, so you get roughly the same amount of bolstering. There's a slight impact on the headroom, but you do have plenty of space. Actually gonna hop on in here. Here in the back you do have your center console storage, audio inputs, 12-volt sockets, and 2 air vents that are working properly, and 2 cup holders. This car does have the headrest TV sets. So I'm 5'9" with a 30-inch inseam, and that's my driving position. I have plenty of legroom. I'm sure you could fit someone that's around 6 foot back here. You have these nice little handles as well to get in and out of the car, as well as a coat hook. Our rear lights. You may notice on a few of the side panels that the leather has just about started to separate from the door panel. This is a common issue on the 458, the FF, and some cars of the same period. Of course, this doesn't impact driving, just worth noting. Otherwise, this is a phenomenal interior. Let's take a look at the trunk. Last but not least, we have the trunk here. This car does feature the extra Campanario package, so you do get tons and tons of leather just everywhere. This little partition divider. Another little luggage hooks. These are actually to fold the seats down. You can fold the seats down and you basically get a nice flat floor like a mini pickup truck. Fuel tank sits under here. That's why there's a little hump. You have these little sliders for your suitcases and your cargo tie downs. Of course, underneath this panel, have our original toolkit fully intact, along with our tire inflator. This car truly is a stunning example of an FF. I would highly recommend if you're planning on even daily driving it. Of course, power trunk. Thanks for taking interest in the car. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and we'll have any information you need.